first thing we do when we're organising Altitude Day is get on the phone and we make a phone call across to New Zealand to introduce or to ask this absolutely astonishing woman whether she's willing to come back and sort of be a part of the experience again. And we're always so thrilled when, before we can even finish the question, she's already said yes. This lady has twice had a business that has been in the fastest growing companies in Australia list. She's one of the wealthiest people in the country under the age of 40, which isn't bad considering that at the age of 15 she had to run away from home and ended up in one of the toughest parts of the country and having to fight for herself. Since then she's gone on, she's had this extraordinary career in the fitness industry. She started a company called the Max Institute for Fitness Professionals. It's one of the most amazing fitness, personal training, sort of fitness business colleges that you'll find, and you can see some of our amazing staff and college students here this afternoon. And she's gone on from success to success. She's become an internationally renowned speaker. She's written about 18 books. She edits her own magazine. She's travelled all across the world spreading her passion and her message. But really the most important thing is that, you know, this woman, she just has such a zest for life and an enthusiasm that's contagious and infectious, and she's got a passion and a message that she just can't wait to share with you. So without further ado, can you please give a massive welcome to the absolutely amazing Rowie McEvoy.
Last Magical Day morning, that's 7 days ago. Is it Magical Day today? It's Monday today. Magical Day. I woke up, looked in the mirror, and I had a pimple on my face, and I was so excited. Who's ever had pimples? Hands up. Come on, big high one. Thank you. Year 9. I had a face full. I was a bit ugly, had a big gap in my teeth. People used to tease me about my teeth. People used to tease me about my pimples. And I was a bit chubby, so they used to tease me about being fat. And in year 9, my life changed. So when people say to me, Rowie, why do you come to this day? Why do you think I'm here? Because my life changed in year 9, and I wish somebody like me had come to my school in year 9 and shared my story with me. Because in year 9, when I looked at myself in the mirror and I had pimples and I was a little bit chubby and nobody really liked me, and the reason I know nobody liked me, because I had this, who's got some nasty folks at their school? None of them made it here today, I know that. But at my school there was a couple of classic girls, nasty piece of work. They sent a survey around my school and it said, tick yes if you like Rowie, and tick no if you don't. It wasn't on Facebook, it was a bit of paper, which I have to admire from these girls, because at least they had the courage to come to me at the end of the day and say, Rowie, the whole school hates you. What do you do when you're in year 9 and the whole school hates you? What do you do at the end of the day? You go home and do what? Notice it was a bloke that answered the question. What do girls do? Cry. Cry my eyes out. However, I wasn't very, and I still am not, very high in IQ. I'm not very smart. But in year 9, I was street smart. Does everyone know what that is? I knew what was going on. So after I wiped my pathetic tears out of my eyes, I looked in the mirror and I said, were these girls trying to make me happy? Add value to my life? Or were they trying to hurt me? They were trying to hurt me, and I was crying my eyes out, so who had won that particular battle? So I looked myself in the eye in the mirror and I said, this is the very last day in my life that anybody else will have control over my feelings. From this day forward, I will become a control freak of my emotions. And if I want to cry, it will be because I want to, because it's a sad movie or it's a lovely experience. But I will not cry anymore because anybody tried to hurt me. So I decided that I would become hard. Because how many of you have said this before? Life's too hard. Oh, the test is too hard. The race is too hard. I can't get that guy. It'll be too hard. Who's ever said hard before? Well, guess what? In year 9, if you think life's hard, wait till you get to be 50 like me. And the really cool thing about today is when you guys walked in the room, I always look at you and I try and get your eye contact. And some of you are fantastic and you smiled and made people really special. A lot of you look at me as if to say, who on earth is that old woman and what is she doing here? Because when I was in year 9, I looked around and I figured that if I'm fat and pimply and chubby and my life's not real crash hot right now and the whole school hates me, life has to get better from here. So I figured by the time I was 50, I would be healthy and fit and strong and thin and lean, and I'd have a career that I loved and a stack of money. I'd be giving millions of dollars to charity. I'd have a beautiful car, and I'd be living in an amazing home, and I'd have a fantastic partner. I was an optimist. Yep. Then I looked around, I don't know if you've done this yet, but I looked around at other 50-year-olds. And they were fat and grumpy and didn't have nice houses and they drove yucky cars and they didn't have jobs that they liked and they weren't in great relationships. And the reason I know that, because I would ask, I'd say, how are you? Oh, not too bad. If I had a better partner or a better job or if I was a bit thinner or if I had more money. And I'm thinking, hey, there has to be more to life than average and ordinary. So if you go back to the first question, have you decided what your life is going to look like? Because in year 9 I decided that I would grow up to be fabulous at 50, sexy at 60, sensational at 70, awesome at 80, never give up at 90, happy, healthy at 100, and have a fantastic life. Anyone want to come with me? Hey! Thank you. So I decided in year 9 that I would take control of my life, and that's why I'm here, because I believe that once you get to year 10, there's too much other stuff going on. You have to be dreaming now. The 2 most significant moments in your life, obviously when you were born, pretty important moment. Anybody's birthday today? Oh, come on, there's got to be one. Do we have a birthday? What's your name, sir? Tyler. Ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Tyler. Happy birthday to you. Hooray! Hooray! Thank you, Tyler, for sharing. Now, why don't we sing twice? Because he's twice as special as everybody else today because it's his birthday, yes? Remember that song? That's why I love birthdays and I think they're so incredibly important because you're celebrating the day you were born. The second most significant moment in your life is when you find out why. Why? And I found out in year 9. It was the coolest thing ever. Big room like this, school hall. I went to a private boarding school in Melbourne where you couldn't dance and you couldn't listen to rock music. Tomorrow I'll be in Melbourne and I can't wait to share with the guys in Melbourne in year 9. Melbourne, no rock music, no dancing. If you did that, you went to hell. School hall, rainy day, year 9. These people came into our school hall and said, you can't do outside sport today, so we're going to do inside sport. To music! I was exercising to music. Little chubby Rowie with the teeth that were silly and the pimples on her face. And the whole school hated me. I went to the school principal and I said, sir, how much did you pay those people to teach us aerobics? Exercise to music, I was so excited. He said, Rowie, that's $30. I said, I'll do it for $25. I'd never seen aerobics before, I didn't even know what it was. But I found out that day 2 things. That I didn't want to be a lawyer. My father sent me to a private boarding school to become a lawyer. I wanted to teach aerobics. I wanted to teach fitness. I knew that it could be fun because I just did something where I could lose weight and I would feel good. You today in this room, whoever you are, you have a passion for something. And someone will tell you you can't do that because you're too tall, too short, too fat, too skinny, too young, too old, too inexperienced. And some of you will believe those stupid people. I was so incredibly privileged because my school principal, and when I see teachers I get so excited, because my school principal was the man who saw in me something that I probably couldn't see in myself yet. He said, okay, Rowie, we're going to give you the opportunity to teach aerobics to the whole school and we're going to pay you $25 to do it. I don't think they needed to say $5. So remember what had happened 2 or 3 weeks before? What was the school theory about me? Now the 2 girls that sent the survey around, by the way, were 2 very popular, good-looking girls. The boys loved them and the girls wanted to be like them, or they were scared of them, one or the other. So I stood up in front of my school, practiced all week, put a tape in the tape deck and taught aerobics. I found out 2 amazing things that day. Guys dig chicks that teach aerobics. And here's what else I found out. Guys don't dig nasty girls. And the reason I now know that, having now been in the corporate world, is I can see 2 men scream at each other over a boardroom table and call each other names I would never use in this room. And what do they do in the break? They have a beer or a cup of coffee together and they have a chat. You see 2 guys punch each other up on a football field, what happens afterwards?
They shake hands.
They shake hands. Because they are... See, as women, we're a little bit soft. We get a little bit silky. If somebody gives us a hard time, we cry. We've got to get hard. And I'm going to tell you the end of this story very, very quickly. Yes, I ran away from home because nobody in my life was particularly supportive of my career path. But I knew that's what I was going to do. And I'm not asking you to run away from home. What I'm asking you to do is, if you are passionate about something, if you are dreaming about your career, don't let somebody steal it from you. Dream stealers are very dangerous people. And you don't know where that thief is going to come from, but somebody will tell you that you can't do it. And I'm here today to tell you that you can, because I got a telephone call from a current affair television program and said, Rowie, you're one of the richest people in Australia under the age of 40. And I went, wow, how much am I worth? This guy thought I had blonde hair, I think. Do you know how many times I've been told in my life, Rowie, you can't be successful, you're a woman, you've got blonde hair, you don't have a tertiary education, and you grew up in Campbelltown. It's like coming from Woodridge. Do you know how many schools I go to in Logan area where the students in year 9 have already said to me, Rowie, I can't be successful, I'm from Logan. And I go, yeah, I'm from Campbelltown. So how do we get hard? I'm asking you to do the following with me. It's a stutter. HARD has got 4 letters, H-H-A-R-D. Did you like that?
Yes.
The maths people in the room are going to go, what? Never did good at maths. Everybody stand up and just tap your toe for me. Goes like this. Be happy, be happy, be happy. That's it. Be happy, be happy. That's it. Sit down. When can you decide that you are going to be happy?
Right now.
Right now. Do not let some pathetic person who's bullying you on Facebook to decide how you feel. Do not let some other person say to you, you can't do that. Because if you don't do what you want to do, will you be happy or unhappy? Unhappy. And the ultimate success tool in the world, doesn't matter what's going on, for everybody, the number 1 goal in the world is to be
Happy.
When?
Now.
Now. Just say now. I'm going to be happy now. And I've got a little system. Because you'll hear a lot today about what you should do and all the things that you should do. But I'm going to give you the tools to do it. You ready? When you wake up, on Magical Day morning, you're going to have to sing a little song. And tomorrow morning, you're going to have to sing the same little song. It's Terrific Day tomorrow. The next day is Wow Day. Everybody write wow with your bottom. In your chair, W-O-W. That's Wow Day. Then we have Thankful Day. You should be thankful you live on the Gold Coast, yeah? Very quick story. I spoke at a public library of all places in Palmerston North in New Zealand. It was an open seminar for the general public. And I talked about being a woman and being thankful that you live on the Gold Coast in Australia or in New Zealand, beautiful countries where women are treated with respect. And there was a soldier that came up to me at the end of the seminar. He'd just done 2 tours in Afghanistan. And he said, Rowie, interesting comment you made. He said, I don't believe in reincarnation, but if I did, there's 2 things I wouldn't want to come back as. A donkey in Afghanistan or a woman in Afghanistan. But I'd rather be a donkey than a woman. So when you wake up on Thankful Day morning, should you be thankful for where you live?
Yes.
Say yes, Rowie.
Yes, Rowie.
Because I could be a woman living in Afghanistan and that would be horrible. Or I could be a woman living in Cambodia. Yeah? Who got really affected by that today? We live in the most beautiful country in the world. So when you wake up on Thursday, it's not Thursday anymore. What day is it?
Thankful
And then
Day.
comes Fun Day. Super Day. It's got at least 7 O's in it. Every year I think it gets longer, Super Day. Teachers are going, no, Rowie, so just spell S-U-P-E-R. How many letters has hard got? 1. Super's got at least 7 O's. How do you say it? Super! And then we have Sparkly Day because the sun sparkles. So everybody stand up. This is the key to being happy. It's your new success tool for being happy every day. Are you ready? 4, 3, 2, 1. May your Mondays be magical. May your Tuesdays be terrific. May your Wednesdays be very wow. And your Thursdays be thankful. May your Fridays be a fun day. May your Saturdays be super. May your Sundays be sparkly.
Because you choose them to be.
Yeah, that was a good practice. We're on the X Factor and we're at the battles. This side versus this side. Ready? 4, 3, 2. No, that's not the X Factor, that's the voice. Don't confuse the show. Ready? 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll do it fast. May your Mondays be magical. May your Tuesdays be terrific. May your Wednesdays be very loud. And your Thursdays be thankful. May your Fridays be a fun day. May your Saturdays be super. May your Sundays be sparkly. Because you choose them to be. Oh, you guys are good, thank you! Woohoo! And so I can see you. See, that's called a system. I believe everything should have a system. When somebody says, how are you on Wow Day, what are you going to say? Wow. How do you think I am? Do that in the supermarket with the body and see what happens. Here's my favourite. Tomorrow's my favourite. How are you today? I'm infecting people with my terrificness on Terrific Day. See, I don't meet people like me. I'm nearly 50 and I don't meet people who are happy all the time. I want you to grow up to be the best person that you can possibly be and to be the happiest person. What is it? Be happy, be happy, be happy. Now I want you to be healthy. Why? Because I know what it's like to be unhealthy. I know what it's like to look in the mirror and, oh, what's this thing here? This doesn't feel nice. I know what it's like to go to a running race and not be the person who can run very fast. But I have a challenge because even today it's been really funny. Several people have asked me questions today about what do you think about this exercise program or how do I lose weight? How do I put on muscle size? And I've been in the fitness profession all of my life. This is what I do for a living. And I believe that my profession has made healthy so complicated and so intimidating and so difficult that people don't do it. And for somebody like me, well, my purpose on this planet, you know, the 2 significant moments in your life is the moment you were born and the moment you find out. Why? The reason I am here is to positively change the health and fitness of the world. Do you know how many people said to me, Rowie, you can't do that? It's not possible. And do you know why I know it is? Because it's this simple. This is how simple it is. Everybody stand up. What's the first one? Be happy, be happy, be happy. Do you know how most people, don't sit down yet, most people when they go out to exercise, they're not very happy. They're not very happy. You know, if you went out on the Gold Coast beach this morning and watched people exercise, some of them would be smiling, but some of them would be going, leave me alone, I've got to burn calories. They're not very happy while they're exercising. So how effective will your exercise program be if you're grumpy and you're trying to lose weight and burn calories? Boring. You've got to do it because you're happy and you want to be healthy. Yes? Next one, very exciting. Ready? Drink more water till you've got clear wheeze. Drink more water till you've got clear wheeze. Stop. Why are you laughing? Who doesn't wee? There's always somebody, and they're always in the back. Everybody wheeze. Now before we go any further on why this is so important, your brain cells are 90% fluid. What does your brain control? Everything you do. Your energy levels, your metabolism, the way you feel about yourself, your ability to handle life is determined by your brain. Your brain's 90% fluid. You think water might be important. But here's the stupid thing, and I need to do this. I need the biggest bloke in the room, the biggest boy, please. Yeah, you. Hi, he's the biggest bloke in the room. This is a student of mine from Max. His name's Big Willie. Very important what I'm about to do here. How much water should you drink? Normally, what would people tell you? How much water should you drink? Very important. How much water? 8 glasses. Have you heard that? You should drink 8 glasses. Or maybe you've heard drink 2 litres. You've heard that? Okay. So do you think there's a possibility that the water consumption for Kai could be a little bit different than the need for Big Willie?
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's very important that you don't get caught up in these silly things that my profession often shares with you. Drink 8 glasses of water. Kai might not need 8 and Big Willie might need 16. Yes? So how do you know? You check the colour of your wee and how much came out. And if you have a big, long, clear wee, you are a legend. Turn to the person next to you and say, big, long, clear wee, you are a legend. Go. Big,
long, clear wee, you're a legend.
Thanks, guys. Thank you very much for Kai and Lily.
Yay!
And I wish somebody had come to my school and told me to have long, clear wees, because here's all I need you to do. If you have a long, clear wee, you pat yourself on the back and go, for the leaders in the room, I'd love you to set this up at your school. You have a chart, a gold star chart. And you ask everybody, did you have a clear wee today? Yes, gold star. No, gold star for you. Was it the Chevron Renaissance Coles 5-6 years ago? I don't remember. Guy taps me on the shoulder, quite old, you know, grey hair, that old. And he says to me, I've got long clear wees because of you. I said, I beg your pardon. Tell me about that. That's a good conversation starter, don't you think? He said, Rowie, you came to my son's school. You shared the importance of having a long clear wee. We now have a gold star chart at our house and I'm winning. Will he be a better dad? Could you leave here today and make sure that everybody in your life has a long clear wee, including you? Yes. Thank you. Now this one's in your chair and you just do it like this. Eat more fruit and vegetables. Eat more fruit and vegetables. Come on. Eat more fruit and vegetables. Eat more. You know, I can see it on your face. It's boring. I know, Rowie, I should eat more fruit and vegetables. We know that. Intelligent, smart group of people. I know that you know that. But do you know why? Absolutely. Vitamins and minerals and phytochemicals and all that great stuff. And someone down here said because they're healthy, and that's all really boring. The reason you have to eat more fruit and vegetables is so you poo more. William knows. He just went with it. The girls go, poo, poo. If you think it's important to drink water, if you don't poo, you die. You have to poo. I wish somebody came to my school and told me that it was important to poo, and you know why? For the girls in the room, this is the most important. The blokes will get this already. I used to have a bloated stomach all the time and felt really uncomfortable in my clothes. Now this is a really bizarre thing for you to do, but I'd really like you to please tap my tummy. When I was in year 9, it was soft and flabby, and it was always bloated. And then I learned that you have to poo twice every day. Now the benefit to pooing twice every day is you get vitamins and minerals and phytochemicals which are healthy, and you'll feel better, and you'll have great skin and great hair and great nails and have lots of energy, and you'll feel good. And don't kid me, you guys are too smart to think you can put junk into your body and expect to be energetic and fantastic. You know that already, don't you? Just say yes, Rowie. Yes, Rowie. So what are you going to do? Eat more fruit and vegetables.
Eat more fruit and vegetables. Eat more fruit and
vegetables. So very quickly,
vegetables.
first one, we're going to do 3 each. Be happy. Be happy, be happy, and drink more water till you've got clear wheeze, drink more water till you've got clear wheeze, drink more water till you've got clear wheeze, eat more fruit and vegetables.
Eat more fruit and vegetables. Eat more fruit and vegetables.
The next one we could get in trouble, because I want you to puff as hard as you can 4 times, go. How good does that sound? It's like all the university students want to come in here and find out what we're doing in here. Just as a quick side note, I love coming to Bond Uni because pretty prestigious university, and I always laugh because the people outside are really grumpy. Shouldn't they be the happiest people in the world at this university? You know why they're not happy? Because they haven't found the reason why they're here. Because if you were coming to university because it was something you were passionate about, how would you be walking around at university? And if you were a serious conservative type of person, at least you'd have a little bit of a grin on your face. I'm at university. Yes or no? Yes. So why should you go to university? Thank you very much. Okay, puff 4 times a day. Here's the challenge with Huffy Puffy exercise. My profession will tell you you've got to do 30 minutes. You've got to do an hour. If you're not very fit, how long is an hour of exercise? A lot. Too much. Thank you. And if you get on one of those machines at the gym where the red numbers tick over, how long does an hour feel like? Too much.
Forever.
Too long. But what I want you to do is think about this. I want you to turn your body, into a fat burning machine. How does that sound?
I don't know.
Okay? Now the only way to have a fat burning machine is to be fit. And the only way to get fit is to get easy. So here's how simple your exercise program is. It doesn't matter whether you're really fit or not very fit. The exercise program's exactly the same. Go as hard as you can till you get... How long does that take? Everybody stand up. Good answer. Unless you've got high heel shoes on. I want you to sprint as hard as you can with your knees up in the air. Go. Who's got an elevated heart rate? If you did that well, you will be a little bit puffy. Yeah? It was about 7 seconds. So you could probably do 10 or 15 seconds. You can sit down now. And if you did that 4 times every day, you're going to get fit. Fit people have a body that is a fat burning machine. I don't want you to be fat, ever. And I don't want you to exercise to lose weight because I don't want you to have to lose weight. I want you to just stay healthy, fit and strong for how long? Happy, healthy at 100 plus. Yes? If you made a commitment today to just be happy regardless, drink more water, you've got clear wheeze, eat more fruit and vegetables, you get puffed at least 4 times a day. Now for the elite athletes in the room, you might get puffed, for instance, very, very quickly. I love to run marathon. I do one every year just to test my mental toughness. But I don't do long distance running, I do this. And then people think I'm a little old lady. When I get my breath back. I haven't got time, and long distance running is boring. But once a year I run marathon in about 4 hours, which is not a record-breaking time, but for a 50-year-old it's not too bad. And you know what's really cool? People say to me, but Rowie, you do the same time every year. And I said, yeah, but I'm a year older. I want you to be fabulous at 50 and sexy at 60. When you're 14, you're meant to be fabulous, yes? Yes. And if you're not, what are you going to do? Be happy, Drink more water, you got where's he more fruit and vegetables? Now here's the really cool one.
Get strong.
Ladies and gentlemen, when you are strong, and I promise you this will happen, life will come along and want to push you over. Whether you're weak or strong, life will come along and give you a hard time, will give you hassles, will give you dramas, will be mean to you. Life is not that good unless you're strong. Because when you're strong and somebody pushes you over, what are you going to do? I got a new favourite quote from Townsville. You're not a cowboy until you've got back on the horse 7 times. What does that mean? It means you fell off 6 times, yeah? And you still did what?
Back up.
Okay, so here's the challenge. Rowie, I can't afford to go to the gym. Rowie, it's too expensive. Rowie, I don't like the gym. Rowie, it's all too complicated. It's all too hard. Here's my question. Do you have a flaw?
Yeah.
Unless you live in space, you all have a flaw, yes?
Yes.
You can't see. It's okay. Oh my God. Hey, I'm on 4. You can't just do 1 or 2, unless 1 or 2 is all you can do. And that's okay. Because if you can do 1, what might you be able to do tomorrow? 2. What might you be able to do? 3. I'm sick of hearing I've got no time to exercise. I got up this morning, 3 o'clock. I flew to New Zealand this morning. You know, people say to me, oh, I can't exercise. I've got to get up early. Get up, do my push-ups, run on my treadmill. How do I run? You see, as soon as you get puffed, you slow down, get your breath back. How good's that? You try and push me over. And here's what will happen. It's all nice, we get this great story. Rowie was one of the richest people in Australia under the age of 40. And Rowie had fast-growing companies. And Rowie's had this fantastic life. Yeah, great. About 5 years ago, here on the Gold Coast, I used to live at Lakelands. We had a beautiful mansion on the water. And the cool car you saw the white Lamborghini? Pretty cool car. And I was put into this position. Rowena, you will keep the house, keep the car, keep the business, keep the $23 million, or you will negotiate your professional standards. You will start teaching dodgy exercises, you will start dressing your fitness professionals in dodgy clothes. You will stop offering a lifetime education. And if you don't stop, we will do a hostile takeover of your business and you will be worth the inside of a donut. Which is worth what? On the 29th of November 2008, we signed, there wasn't a bee's willy of time. And how long is a bee's willy?
Not long.
There was not a consideration of time. When you are strong and somebody tries to steal your professional standards from you, when you are strong and somebody tries to take away what you believe in, what will you do? Now, if I was weak and fat and pathetic, I wouldn't have been able to handle that day. About 3 days later, I go to the letterbox and I said to Kerry, my husband, I said, Kamian, there's a letter in the letterbox here about this company we've invested several millions of dollars in. It's just gone broke. Is that the company? He said, yeah. Several millions that day, gone. Do you know there's people who committed suicide who lost less than we did? On the Gold Coast, people committed suicide because they lost money, because they weren't strong. Happy. It's only money, exactly. That's the exact answer I was looking for. Thank you. Because when you're happy, it doesn't matter whether you're rich or poor. No. Don't consider for 1 second that being rich is going to make you happy. Here's what makes you happy: loving who you are and having a purpose for your life. So you're going to take some action. women were entered in my category for that competition. 14 of them pulled out. I got a telephone call on my way to the competition. The organiser said, Rowie, all the women in your division have pulled out. Do you still want to come? I said, hell yes. Who's got the trophy? I have a trophy about this big in my house. It says first place, IFBB or whatever it is, I don't even. What's the first part of action? Show up. You've got to show up. And I don't care whether you, look, there was that 14 women that day, and for the bodybuilders in the room who understand bodybuilding, they were leaner than me, they were more ripped than me, they were more cut than me. They didn't have a better routine than me, though. I had a great routine. Guess what? Doesn't matter how good they were, they didn't believe they were good. You just have to believe it. It doesn't matter what other people tell you. Now, the next part of action. How hot's that car? You have to know what you want. The picture of that car was on my fridge for years. And then I bought the little white model of it. Sat it on my desk when I was driving my Datsun 120Y and my Toyota Rusty Ute. There's a picture of a white Lamborghini. See, when you believe in yourself and you set goals, now what have you got to do? Now it's the last two parts of hard. Happy and healthy, take action. Now here's what you've got to do. Who have you got to respect? Yourself. Yourself. Now, here comes the big questions though. If you respect yourself, how will you treat other people? Will you pick up the rubbish on the ground that you see? Yes. You know what someone said? She's in this room. She said, Rowie, I didn't used to pick up rubbish because that's somebody else's job. She does now. Because the only time the world's a bad place is when good people do nothing. If you're the kind of person that leaves rubbish on the ground, you're pathetic. Because you must know better that the rubbish goes in the bin, yes? Did you learn that in school? Me too. How about this? Would you take drugs? No. Don't be ridiculous. The only people who take drugs who hate their life. People say to me every day, Rowie, what drug are you on? I'm on life. Just as a quick side note, that car on the Gold Coast, do you know how many people said to me, what are you, a drug dealer or a prostitute? I used to have a bit of a giggle with it and I'd say, no, my dad bought it for me. And of course I went, oh, of course, because who's going to argue with an idiot? If you argue with an idiot, yeah, I've got two idiots arguing, that would be a silly waste of time. I'm talking to the very good-looking boys in the room right now. See, if you care for yourself, if you're in great shape and you're one of the leaders, that means you are respectful of yourself and other people, yes? But here's what might be missing for you. Somebody else needs your belief in them. Funny story. The guy's name was Richard Walker. He was in my class, year 9. Guess what his nickname was? Dick Walking. But he was a really good-looking guy and he could fight. So somebody said that once. Here's chubby me with a thing in my teeth and my acne. And he came up to me one day and he said, I think that you're going to be the best looking girl ever that has been to this school. And he walked away. The best looking guy in the school told me that he thought I was going to be the best looking girl in the school. How did I feel? Awesome. Sometimes you need other people's belief in you to help you believe in yourself. And I felt like I owed him that I had to become the best looking girl in the school. Just as a quick side, I have to tell you this. We just had a school reunion at Lilydale Adventist Academy on the 3rd of May, which was my birthday, so I wasn't here. The 2 girls were there. Now, I don't Facebook, but I did ask my husband to take a look. Not so happy, not so happy. I'm sharing that with you because if you don't look after yourself, if you're not respectful of yourself, what will happen to your life? Those people at the back, they care about you, otherwise they wouldn't be school teachers. So you respect them. Respect yourself, respect. When you leave here today, how's the room going to look? Because respectful people were here. Now, this is my favourite word. I'm going to have this on my tombstone because I'm going to run in there. Best day of my life. Because every day of your life should be the best day of your life, yes? Because you might die tomorrow, you don't know. The definition of discipline is this. Do what you should do, when you should do it, even if you don't feel like it. If you've made a commitment to yourself which is respectful to get up and do some exercise and the alarm goes off, what should you do? Get up, put your stuff on and go. Because discipline is doing what you should do, when you should do it. Even if you don't feel like it, you still get up and do it anyway. I love you. What's your name?
Artist.
These little heads doing this. Love it. Thank you, because you're getting it. Thank you so much. Because if you get this, you will be happy, healthy for the rest of your life. High five now. This is my latest edition. Her name's Giorgio. We rescued her from a man who used to kick her and not feed her. And I'm sharing that with you because you could be the person at your school that finds the ugliest person, the most unintelligent person, the person who everybody else gives a hard time, and you as leaders and good-looking people could find that person and rescue them from themselves, and you could tell them you're going to be the best-looking person at this school, you're going to be the most successful person that ever came to this school. I want you to think about who you can make a difference to every single day. Tiffany and Dior are my donkeys. Dior is a great name for a donkey, isn't it? Dior. I'm sharing those guys with you simply because, once again, they were rescued. But I'm sharing those guys with you because some of you will follow the wrong leaders. If you follow an ass, what will happen to you? Be careful who the girls at my school were following the two girls at my school because they were scared of them, not because they respected them. Last but not least, these are my kids.
Oh my God. Yes.
I'm asking you to have unconditional love in your life and make sure that you love everybody else unconditionally. Whether they're fat, tall, skinny, young, old, doesn't matter. They deserve your respect because they're a human being. I want you to be happy, I want you to be healthy, I want you to take action, I want you to have respect, and I want you to be disciplined because I want to live on this planet with some happy folks. Thanks for having me today.
Yeah.